Welcome, food travelers. I'm Simon.
And I'm Micah.
So after taking a rest at the hotel and coming back at night, we're here to view Epcot at night with the lights and the shows.
Yep, Micah, definitely a well-needed rest. My head was much better in order and not all kooky from being motion sick from the Mission Space ride. And we came at night, and as you can see, all the lights are out, and Epcot is pretty much very, very beautifully lit up.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this night scene here in Epcot. It does feel like you went to a different country experiencing the nightlife.
And actually, one of the reasons why we actually had to come back was we had to queue up in a virtual line for the new ride, the Ratatouille ride that's over in the France section.
Yeah, that virtual line, even though we had the virtual queue, it was still delayed by a whole hour.
Yeah, you know, they tell you a time to come back, and then you got to stand in line, and usually it's been pretty short, but in this case, we came to our allotted time, and we actually had to wait for about another hour or so just to get on the ride.
It was nice that the line itself, like while we were waiting, you do see a lot of little pieces of attraction from the actual movie. Like for example, like the dog barking or like the scenes with the silhouettes and stuff.
And the ride itself is pretty cool to go on. I enjoyed it. If you are familiar with the ride over at Star Wars Galaxy Edge, this is a very similar technology where they have those kind of pods that kind of go out. They're trackless, and you jump in, and it takes you all around this. Essentially, you're a mouse in this case, and you're going all around the kitchen in different little areas in the movie.
Yeah, it's a direct POV of Remy himself, going through his motions and everything. I really enjoyed it going through his point of view, and being from the movie, you do see all these different food dishes in the kitchen, and then you're being chased around in the kitchen, which is kind of fun as part of the ride. And you do have like that oven heat source from above too.
Yeah, and one of the things I really enjoy about these rides is that mixture of using the large screens, and with actual props. And as you can see here, we're going through a kitchen, and you can see the different types of foods that are in the kitchen over in their pantry. And then we're back into the kitchen and now in the restaurant.
Yeah, this ride, even with like the, I think it's a champagne cork or something that they had, and it pushes you and launches you back. That part was really fun.
And this ride was very popular, so you do have to go on the virtual queue, and you got to sign up pretty much within the minute in which the queue opens. And they usually open it twice per day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. And pretty much if you don't queue up, and that queue is on the Disney app, the Disney World app that you have to download on your phone, if you don't get on that queue, then you pretty much aren't able to ride that day.
Oh yeah, and also to mention about that queue, you also need to be have a reservation to that park too, in order to queue up.
Yeah, as Micah said, that each park you actually have to choose which day you're going to go to which park for your tickets. And so depending on how many days you have, pretty much you got to select which parks you're going to go to. Unless you have a park hopper that allows you to jump within each park, then you're okay with that.
So after that ride through Remy, we headed for Morocco for dinner.
Yeah, and one of the things where we ended up in Morocco was we were kind of looking for a spot, but just one thing to note is when it gets towards the nighttime, a lot of people actually are claiming space to watch the nighttime fireworks show. So it's not that easy to find a spot to eat and kind of get a good seat and prepare for the fireworks show. Something to note.
Yeah, and here I had it's called the Tangerine Café, and I had the grilled kebabs. So the two kebabs that I got was the beef tenderloin and the lemongrass chicken. It was okay. I would prefer the lemongrass chicken over the beef tenderloin, but there wasn't really anything special to this.
And for me, I had the fried falafel pita with tahini sauce and a blood orange juice. Similar with the Micah, I had kind of the same experience. Nothing great. I actually thought the falafel pita was a little bit on the dry side, so Kind of when you took a bite, you had to drink something to kind of help get some moisture in there, and so you can eat the food a little bit better. Flavor-wise, not too strong, nothing spectacular. We didn't have too much of a choice, as we also were kind of crunched on time since we were looking for a place to watch the fireworks show. So this was the spot we ended up going to. There was other restaurants that if we had kind of more time to book and kind of look around, it would have been nice to try in terms of Moroccan food, but in this case we didn't get a chance to.
So after dinner, we headed around looking for a spot to stand or to sit for the Harmonious light show, which is essentially the fireworks. Since we had dinner such a late time, all the good spots were taken. There wasn't really any good spots to sit or stand, so we kind of just found something random without too many trees.
Yeah, unfortunately, the virtual queue we had for the Ratatouille ride that ended up kind of bumping into different reservations we had. We actually had reservations to eat dinner over in the China section at one of the Chinese restaurants, but we had to actually cancel that reservation because we were in line for the Ratatouille ride, which kind of all bled over and unfortunately led us to missing out on other things. However, there's many locations around the lake that you can actually watch the show. Certain spots are better than others, and for how delayed we got, it wasn't too bad from where I was at.
So looking back in hindsight, and also reading through reviews, a really good restaurant with great views of the fireworks is in the United Kingdom pavilion called the Rose and Crowned Restaurant. The fireworks show was spectacular. I really enjoyed this. It had all the musical themes, the Disney themed music, and all the vibrant colors and all the different fireworks matching all the music too.
I agree, and from what I remember a long time ago there was, I believe, Illuminati, or something like Luminous something. There was the old fireworks show that was at Epcot, and I believe with this new show, there's a lot more fireworks that we're shooting out, so it was very enjoyable. One of the things I remembered most was that they actually had cannons near the viewership of the people, so there were actually fireworks that were shooting across from where we are towards the fireworks show itself, which you hear the nice big loud bang, and you kind of really feel like you're next to the fireworks, which in a way you are. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, the show itself is about 14 minutes long, so it's well worth coming back at night just for the fireworks itself. And as you can see here, everything is lit up. We're headed back to the gate to exit the park. It's really pretty at night.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. Definitely, it's something you should do, is be here during the day and at night. If you're not going to actually stay the whole day and you're going to leave, you want to make sure to return at the two different times, because it's just a different experience. It feels so much like a different park at night as the focus becomes on the lights and all the different kind of shows that go around using those lights. Very beautiful.
And with all our videos, we always end with our notables. With the night part of Epcot, our notable is the fireworks.
Agreed, Mike. Definitely something not to miss, as Disney always does their fireworks show very well. In my opinion, better than a lot of different cities who celebrate their Independence or New Year's Day. So these are definitely great fireworks to see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just the vibrant colors, the musical theme, the matching with all the fireworks that they had. That was really great. I always enjoy Disney fireworks. I think the one from Disney World is just over the top. You can see it from all over the Disney areas, and this one just blows everything else out of the water.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.